we will discuss three important functions which are used with list. Let us create the list with some elements. Let us understand what is count. Count method is useful to find out how many occurrences are there in a list for a specific element. For example, if I want to count how many times this 45 has occurred in my list, or how many 48 are there in my list, or how many 22 are there in my list, then I can go ahead with count. So I'm going to write the print statement with my list dot count. Inside that count you have to specify which element you have to count. So I just wanted to count 45, and let us visualize this. See, it is allocated, and the 45 is like you have 245 in the list. Okay, that is in the my list, so it is showing 2. I'm just typing 48, and let us see what is it showing. So I have only 148 in my list. So this is about count. So count will show you how many the occurrences of the element in the list. Okay, so let's proceed with reverse. With the name itself, you can identify, you can understand that reverse method will reverse the order of elements. Reverse the order of elements in the list. Okay, so I'm just going to use list dot my list dot reverse, and I'm going to print the list. So let us see what's happening here. Okay, so what happened, the list has been reversed. Okay, so initially it was 22, 22, 36, 45, 45, and 48. Now it has reversed into 48, 45, 45, 36, 22, 22, and it's been printed. Okay, so reverse will reverse the list elements. Okay, and the third one is index. So if you want to find the index, to identify the index number of an element, okay, index is a function which is used to identify the index number of an element. So how can you do that? I'm just trying to do it with my list dot index of. So for which element you wish to know about the index number? So if I want to know about the 36th element, so I can give like 36, and then finally print the a. For better execution, I'm just commenting the previous statements. So let's visualize this. Okay, so what happens in EA, it is storing 2 because the index value of 36, the index number of 36 is 2. So the 2 is stored in the list A. That is what I have did here. And then once if I click next, you can see that 2 is the index number. Okay, so index function is used to find which is the index number. What is the index number of the particular element? Let us try giving 22. Guess what? It will show you 0 because that is the first occurrence, right? Okay, so my list has been allocated with the list, and immediately it will check for the first occurrence of that, and it is storing 0 in A, and it is printing 0. If I give 45, let's see. So what is the index element of 45? That is the first occurrence of 45 is 3. So 3 will be stored in A, and you will get the output as 3. Got it? So these three functions are used in list. We'll meet you with an exciting topic in the next video. Please share this with your friends so that they will also get benefited about this. Thank you. Let us understand how to do aggregate in the list elements. I am just creating a list with some numbers. Okay, so list should be created with square brackets, and since it is a number, I'm not using it inside the quotation. In order to do sum, that is, if you want to print the total of the list elements, then you can use sum of. Sum is a function which is used to do the which is used to add the elements in the list. Let us visualize this first. Okay, so what happens here? All the elements in the list are added, and the output has been displayed here. Okay, let us find which is the maximum, that is, which is the highest element in the list. So I'm just printing max. So max is a function which is used to print the highest element or the largest element in the list. So you can see that the sum is 191 and the largest element is 72. Likewise, you can also find which is the smallest element in the list using the function which is min. So minimum, it will show you which is the minimum element in the list, that is the smallest element in the list. You can see that 26 is the smallest element. Okay, let us try using the characters. Let's see what is happening with the characters and how it is evaluating, or whether it is evaluating or not. Actually, this is not possible, right? The sum. So what is happening here? It is showing an error because this is not the supported function. Since the list is having only the character which is a string, and the addition is possible only with the integer, that is why it is showing the error. Let us try with max. Let's see what is the output it's showing. So the maximum value is C. How come it's possible? Because it is taking up the ASCII code of the C. Okay, so what happening here is the ASCII code of the C is higher than the ASCII code of A and B. So it is showing C is the largest element. If you have any doubt, you can just go and search as ASCII codes. So it will show that in our keyboard, in every individual character, every symbols, operators is having a separate ASCII code. In that, you can understand that C is having the highest ASCII code compared with A and B. Let us try with a minimum. So if you use min, so what's happening here? I think A will be the minimum, right? Okay. Min and max is working, but why not sum? Because using sum, what it will do is it will try to add the values. Okay, it will try to add the values, which is not possible with the characters. While doing sum, it is not converting it into the ASCII codes, but while trying to do with the min and max, it can easily find out the character that is an ASCII code, and it is showing which is the minimum and which is the maximum. There are few more important concepts in list, like append, okay, extend, and other things that I have discussed in the another video. You can just go through that.